My name is Nora. I'm a 35-year-old single mom with a steady job at a dental clinic. I live in a little two-bedroom apartment with my son, Liam, who is 11, and more into Lego and soccer than anything you could scam someone with. I budget to the penny. I have a braces fund for him, a car emergency envelope for my old Civic, and a sticky note on the fridge that says, "Rent first." My older sister, Jessica, is the fun one. Loud, pretty, always with a new story. Her daughter, Ava, is 15 and surgically attached to her phone. They live close to our mom's place. Sunday dinner at mom's is a thing we do, mostly so I don't hear the word ungrateful in a text later. That Sunday, we were all in the kitchen. Mom stirred the pot roast, Liam set the table. Jessica walked in with sunglasses on indoors, smiling like a salesperson. "Hey guys," she said, "got a funny story. You're not going to believe this." Before she said it, earlier that morning, Ava had leaned into Liam in the hallway and whispered, "Can I use your name for just one thing online? It's just a sneaker app, I swear." I heard it. I said no. I made eye contact with both of them. Ava shrugged. "Okay, Aunt Nora, chill." I grew up being the responsible one. I learned to sew buttons and fill out forms before I learned to drive. Jessica learned to talk her way through everything. It shows up in small ways. When we were teenagers, I worked at the library. She borrowed my ID to get senior movie discounts. Mom would say, "Girls, be kind to each other," which always meant let Jessica have her way. Now, I'm the adult who keeps notes on her phone titled, "Groceries this week, $57 max." Jessica is the adult who texts, "Dinner on me," and then, "Oops, forgot my card, can you spot me?" Mom calls her free-spirited. She calls me the banker. Ava has grown up watching that dynamic. She's smart and fast. She knows how to make people feel old or lame in 2 seconds. She calls me Aunt Spreadsheet when she's annoyed. She borrows my streaming passwords and changes profiles to Ava's. I change them back, and she laughs. It's not that deep. The morning of the dinner, I was loading the dishwasher when I heard Ava whisper to Liam about using his name for just one thing. I dried my hands and stepped into the hall. "No," I said. "No using Liam's name for anything. If there's an app you want, ask your mom. Liam, if anyone asks you for your name or your accounts, the answer is no." Ava rolled her eyes so hard it's amazing her head stayed on. "Okay, my bad." Liam went pink and nodded. "Okay, Mom." He looked like he wanted to sink into the floor. At Mom's, things felt normal for the first 10 minutes. We sat, we passed rolls, nobody shouted. Then Jessica tapped the table and cleared her throat. "Anyway," she said, drawing it out, "who wants to explain how $14,300 disappeared from my Visa this morning in 12 minutes? Forks paused. Liam froze. I felt my heart drop like an elevator. "What?" I said. Jessica pulled out her phone, spun it around, and scrolled. "Here, look. Charges to something called Kicksdrop, SwiftPay, GFT Mart, Apple Gift, and, oh, this is cute, 6 separate $500 charges at Westside Pharmacy. Guess whose name is on the account that made the purchases?" She swiped to an email screenshot. "Liam P.M." I stared. Liam's name, my son's name in the subject line. My face went hot. I looked at Liam. His eyes were watery already. "What is this?" I asked. "I don't understand." Jessica smiled like a cat. "I think your kid is a little thief, but hey, accidents happen. We're family." Mom put a hand on my shoulder. "Nora," she said gently, too gently, "you know Liam plays on that little game machine all day. It's easy for kids to click on things. Just pay Jess back and talk to him. He can apologize." "He didn't," I said. My voice shook. "Liam didn't do that." "Mom," Liam whispered, "I didn't, I promise." Ava sat on her phone, face blank, thumbs moving. She didn't look up. I breathed. "Jess, where did you get the idea this was Liam? She tapped the email again. Well, I wasn't born today. The order confirmation says, "Thank you, Liam." The profile says his name, and it used my card that was saved on my phone. So obviously he somehow... How would he get your phone? I asked. There are other ways, she said a little too fast. Kids are clever. Also, I said, keeping my voice even, Ava asked this morning to use his name for just one thing. I said no. Ava finally looked at me and tried the wide eyes. I was joking. Everyone jokes. Jessica kept going like she didn't hear me. So here's what we'll do. The bank is freezing my card. They said I'm liable unless I file a police report. I'm not doing that to my nephew. So you'll pay me back, we'll all calm down, and Liam can apologize for the confusion. I stared at my sister, and my brain did the math. $14,300. My braces fund was $1,900. My rent was $1,450. My checking account had $620 until payday. My hands went numb. Jess, I said quietly, I can't pay you $14,300. She shrugged, eyes sweet. Payment plan, half now, half later. Mom nodded like she was the judge and jury. It's only money. Family first. Your sister would never lie about something like this. Liam made a small sound in his throat like he'd been hit. I didn't do it, he said again, and a tear slid down his face. I took a breath that felt like it scraped my lungs. I looked at my son, then at my sister, then at my mother. I could feel it coming, the spiral. I wanted to shout. I wanted to say every old thing, how many times I covered for Jessica, how many times Mom made me roll over. But none of that would help Liam right now. I put my hand on his back. It's okay, I told him. We're going to figure this out. Jessica leaned back, smug. I knew you'd be reasonable. I haven't agreed to anything, I said. She clicked her nails on her phone. You don't want me to go to the police, right? Or the bank? They'll want names. Stop threatening my kid, I said. My voice surprised me. It was small, but steady. Liam slid closer to me on the bench like I was a wall. Mom reached for my hand. Nora, don't make this bigger. Just... I stood up. I need to see all of it. Ava blinked. All of what? Timestamps, where the charges went, the account they were on. If I'm paying, I'm seeing. She rolled her eyes but handed me the phone. The charges were 10:08 a.m. to 10:20 a.m., 6 at the pharmacy, 1 at Kicksdrop for $3,800, 1 at Swift Pay for $4,200, a bunch of small test charges before that. I clicked the email. It said, "Thanks, Liam," and a username like Liam_Kicks_11. It was created that morning. Why would Liam buy sneakers? I asked, calm now. He doesn't care about shoes. He has 2 pairs. And he doesn't have your card. Kids do weird things, Jess said. Maybe he was showing off. Mom, please just listen. Ava cleared her throat like she had something to say, then didn't. Her knee bounced under the table. I watched her nails, neon green, long, pointy. I felt something click in my head, a memory. At 10:30 a.m., I was scrolling the neighborhood app while waiting for coffee to brew. Someone had posted a PSA about a teen buying stacks of Apple gift cards at Westside Pharmacy. There was a Ring camera still. All I noticed earlier was the green nails. I thought, who gets neon nails in October, and kept scrolling. My phone was in my pocket. I pulled it out. 1 second, I said, and opened the neighborhood app. What are you doing? Jessica asked, suddenly sharp. Looking, I said. I typed gift cards, West Side in the search bar. The post popped up. Teenager bought 6 $500 Apple gift cards at West Side Pharmacy, cash only, and then tried to sell for discount in the parking lot. Be careful. Under it, a screenshot of a DM. The seller's message said, "My name is Liam," and a photo attached, a hand holding the cards, nails bright green. I scrolled further, another post, 2 hours ago. For sale, limited edition Kicks Drop sneakers. 6 boxes, brand new, cash only, porch pickup. DM me. The username was AJ Sneaks. The profile photo was a black and white selfie, but the background of the photo showed Jessica's kitchen cupboards. My stomach dropped. I turned my phone around, laid it next to Jessica's screen. These were posted at 10:40 and 11:15, same time as your charges, same nails, my name is Liam, and that kitchen, that's your house. Silence. Mom leaned forward. What is this? Ava's face went gray in 2 seconds. She looked at the photos, she pulled her sleeves over her hands like she could erase the nails. Jessica's smile cracked. That could be anyone's nails. Jessica? I said, and my voice broke a little. I saw her ask to use Liam's name today. I told her no. He told her no. Liam sniffed. He whispered, I didn't do it, Nana. Ava stood up so fast her chair scraped loud on the tile. Okay, she said. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? The words came out like a leak. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Jessica hissed, Ava, sit down. Ava shook her head. Tears were forming angry and fast. I was just trying to get the drop. Everyone was doing it. You have to have multiple names for more entries. Liam's name is easy. The app flagged my name last time. I thought I could borrow his. And your card is on Apple Pay. It was already there. I thought I'd win one pair and sell it and put the money back, and you'd never know. $14,000, I said slow, in 12 minutes. I panicked, she said, crying harder. I lost the raffle, so I bought gift cards to cover the pending charge because someone on TikTok said you could flip Apple cards for cash. Then the guy I was selling to lowballed me, and I had to list the sneakers early because I bought them from a reseller, and... She shut her mouth when the story started twisting. Mom put a hand to her chest. Oh my God! Jessica grabbed her daughter's arm. You are done talking. Ava jerked away. You were going to make Aunt Nora pay. You told me she would. You told me she always does. I said I would fix it. I stared at Jessica. She looked at me like a stranger, then down at the table. Pale, silent. Liam whispered, Am I in trouble? I pulled him into my side. No, I said, you're not. Jessica finally spoke, low and flat. Everyone shut up. We're going to fix this quietly. No, I said. We're going to fix it honestly. It was messy. There's no clean way to unwind that kind of scheme. We spent the next 3 hours on the phone. Jessica called her bank. They asked if anyone else had access to her device. She lied. I told her not to. She paused, then told the truth. Her daughter used her card on her phone. The bank said they would investigate. They might reverse the Kicks drop and Swift Pay charges as unauthorized if she filed a report. The pharmacy gift cards? Final sale, the manager said. We have camera footage of your daughter buying them. He offered to print receipts for the report. Ava sat on the couch, shaking and silent. Liam sat at the table and drew a spaceship over and over. Mom made tea and kept saying, it will be okay, like she could manifest it. I took photos of everything. The neighborhood posts, the nails, the timestamps. I emailed them to Jessica for the claim. I blocked out Liam's name on the screenshots before sending. I told her, do not ever put his name on anything again. She laughed like she might cry. Yeah, okay. I told Ava to delete the sales posts and to message anyone she contacted with, the items are no longer for sale. I used the wrong name. Do not contact me again. She typed it out, hands trembling. I'm sorry, she said to the room, not really to anyone. I know, I said. That's the problem. Jessica breathed through her teeth. So what now? You won't help at all? I looked at her. I thought about my rent, the braces fund, the sticky notes on my fridge. I thought about Liam's face when she called him a thief. No, I said. I won't pay for this. I will help with the paperwork, and that's it. I will not give you money. And Jess, if you ever accuse my child like that again without proof, we're done. Mom flinched. Nora! Mom, I said, you believed the worst about him in 2 minutes. You told me to pay and apologize. You didn't even ask a question. That can't happen again. She looked old for the first time in a long time. I'm sorry, she said quiet. I didn't want to see it. We set rules. No one uses Liam's name or devices. My Wi-Fi password changed. My accounts got two-factor verification. I taught Liam to say, I'm not allowed, like a shield. I texted Jessica the same. Liam is not available for your errands. Ever. Over the next week, the bank reversed some charges. Not all. Jessica had to set up a payment plan. Ava lost her phone for a month and got a job at the ice cream place on Maple to start paying it back. Jessica asked for just a small loan, short-term, family rate. I said no. She didn't speak to me for 3 days. Then she texted, "Okay, can you still help me with the forms?" I said yes. At night, Liam asked me, "Am I bad because everyone thought I did it?" I told him, "No, they were wrong, and sometimes adults are wrong. We fix it." He nodded and went back to building a Lego rocket. He made the engine bigger than the instructions and said, "In case we need to leave fast next time." We laughed. It felt good to laugh. Sunday dinners are different now. Quieter. Boundaries sit at the table with the salt and pepper. Jessica apologized to Liam. It was awkward and late, but he heard it. She didn't look me in the eye when she said it. That's okay. I saw the pale face when I opened the app. I saw the moment the story broke. Ava is still 15. She rolls her eyes, but she looks at me longer now before she says something slick. Maybe she remembers the green nails on a public post. Maybe she learned that the internet is a mirror and that lies fall apart in the comments. Mom apologized too. She said, "I believed your sister because I always have. That wasn't fair." We set a rule. If someone accuses someone's kid, we pause. We look for proof. We don't pick a favorite. The moral? Your kid's name is not a coupon code. Consent matters, even with family. Money is real, even when it's digits on a screen. And just one thing is rarely just one thing. My boundaries are simple now. My money is mine. My son is not a scapegoat. My phone, my Wi-Fi, my accounts, mine. If someone smirks and says, "Be reasonable," I ask for receipts. And if I ever hear, "Guess your kid is a little thief" again, I won't open my wallet. I'll open the app.